This segment is sponsored by Sharpe Realty. Sharpe Realty is catering to the real estate needs of seniors in our area, and Kirsten is joining us this morning with details on this initiative, her passion, and an upcoming presentation. Kirsten, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we always love to hear the backstory. You know, what's your journey like working with seniors during this time in their life where there might be some anxiety? There is a transition possibly happening. So why do you like working with individuals who are in this stage of life trying to find their next address and place to call home?
That's a very good question. So I actually came from the corporate world. I did over 25 years in international sales and marketing, and I had wanted to change to something that was more meaningful. I wanted to make a difference in people's lives, and so I've always loved real estate and I loved architecture, but I found that there was a real need for seniors and giving them the assistance that they need for this big step in their life, and they're often alone as well. They might have lost a spouse, or their children might be in another state. And so I've developed an entire network of people, resources that can help them through every step of this process, of the downsizing process, and so that it is a pleasant transition. It is not something that should be feared.
But something to really look forward to, I'm sure.
Yes.
You know, and I'm sure that transition really at any stage of life could feel very daunting or almost overwhelming. You know, you mentioned you felt that there was a need, you know, for this a particular space for you to walk alongside individuals. What are you seeing maybe in this season of life being some of those top concerns? You mentioned a few of those, but you're really making it so easy and comfortable for those you work with.
Absolutely. I love seeing the anxiety just dissipate because I do want them to have a good transition and a good experience. So the most important topic that is always mentioned is, what do I do with all my stuff?
I wouldn't have thought that,
Yeah.
but I'm sure that it is a big top concern.
It is. It's a top concern because for any age, it's easy to accumulate things. It's easy to bring things into the home, and we have a hard time letting go. If you've owned your home for 30 or 40 years, you've brought a lot of things into the home, and many of them mean something.
Right.
But the next step where you're going is going to be smaller, whether it's one of our lovely retirement communities, or I also help them buy a villa or a condo. The footprint is going to be smaller. So they definitely need to let go of some things, and I help them with the physical side of it and the emotional side. Because it's okay to let go of stuff. You're always going to have that memory.
Right, and just a new chapter that holds new memories.
Absolutely.
And you are having a presentation coming up very shortly. Tell us where it is and what this event looks like.
Yes, definitely. So throughout the year, I give talks in the community, and my talk is called Overwhelmed by the Thought of Moving, Where to Start and What to Expect. So this is at Howard Park Event Center, downtown South Bend, on Tuesday, and it's at 10:30. And I'll speak for about an hour, hour and a half, and that includes Q&A, questions and answers that my guests come and bring to me. I love hearing about what they're thinking about and what they're worrying about. And I touch on quite a few topics, but the main ones are, how do you prepare your house to attract today's buyer, which is very important. Another topic that comes up a lot is, do I sell my house as is? And there is often some questions around, what does as is really mean? Does it mean that my bathroom is not updated, or does it mean the mechanical? So I walk them through those steps, and I talk about, how do you evaluate an offer? You know, we hear about price, it's always price, but a real estate contract is 8 pages. And so there are many terms we want to look at to give them a really good, holistic, all-around offer for them.
And I'm sure it's so much of a case-by-case basis. There's emotion involved, there's logistics and paperwork, that really having an expert walking alongside someone in such a transition is crucial. So can you come? Do you need a ticket? Can you just show up that day? I'm sure there's questions that they'll come prepared, but I'm sure there's also going to be questions coming up as they hear you speak. So if they want to attend, how can they do that?
Yes, they can give me a call, and I believe you'll give the phone number at the end. And you can call as late as Monday afternoon. That would be fine. And it is a free event. Everyone is welcome. It's a lovely space, and it's a very nice environment for you to learn. Even if you're not ready to sell for a few years, I feel it's really important to gain some knowledge about what the steps are. I believe while knowledge is power, I believe it's also peace of mind.
A lot of that peace of mind and trusting the experts to help guide you along the way during this transition. So we will give some more information about this event. It's coming up on Tuesday. You can give Kirsten a call, 574-339-7959, or either website right there on your screen.